Welcome back to the Map for College learning community. My name is Ernest Manelli, founder of My Action Plan for College. And this video is going to discuss the importance of focusing your scouting efforts on specific academic departments of interest. Now, I should say from the outset that if you are a student planning to apply to college, you may experience certain preferences that you have for academic departments at the initial stages of the application process. And then as you get more into your research phase, you might have a change of heart or you might develop further interest in another subject. You might even apply as undecided or undeclared, which is perfectly fine. And you might get to college and take a few elective courses and then realize that your passion is in this subject or that field of study. So my point is, you don't have to have all the answers before you apply, but if you happen to know with some degree of specificity what excites you, what interests you, what motivates you, if you do have any information to convey in that regard, then it's best to share it. Now, it's not a good idea to say, I want to be a pre med student when really deep down in your heart, you want to be a financial planner. You have to be true to the person that you are. You have to be true to your own goals and dreams and hopes and aspirations. That being said, if you do have some degree of interest in a certain field, you may wish to explore it. I was speaking with a member of the class 2022 who has recently applied to college, and we were discussing specific possibilities of based on what she might get for admissions officers and what she's actually getting from the early stage of the admissions phase and what we anticipate might come through during the regular decision phase coming up early this spring. And this particular student has three different majors in mind. But the thing is, these three majors are somewhat related to each other. This particular student is interested either in psychology or becoming an early elementary educator, preschool educator, or she's interested in something to do with social work. Now, those aren't exactly the same in terms of career fields, but they are related. So basically, all of these interests that this young person has, she wants to be working with people. She wants to be more along the lines of a social practitioner in terms of working with the community and maybe having some community based goals. Whereas I was speaking with another student who was accepted early to his top choice school. He's very happy. And he's going in for engineering. And he's known that he's wanted to be in the engineering field for quite some time. He's got a family background in engineering. Both his parents are involved in science-based efforts in their professional careers, and this student really loves understanding how things work and how things, are put together and how to create things. So this is really a part of his passion. So it's really coming from him, even though he's got that family lineage to back it up. And we were reflecting, and he said, I'm very glad that I declared. He said it may have been slightly better if I had declared undecided, but he said I had to be true and share what my interests really are. So when you're looking at your scouting efforts, it's okay to look at the admissions website. In fact, you have to look at the admissions website to see what the guidelines are and to start, your timeline of activities. But I would recommend you take the next step and scout out the specific academic departments. Go to the department webpage. So if you're interested in psychology, go to the academic departments link, go to the psychology department link, check out what certain professors are teaching, what their research backgrounds are, what they've published, what are there any student organizations associated. I know that there was a student I was working with who was applying to nursing school, and she was applying. One of the schools she was considering is Villanova, And Villanova has a very active chapter of their student organization for the students who are currently undergraduates pursuing a nursing education. And they have a very active club and a very active group that helps, both for academic readiness reasons in terms of keeping everyone focused on their studies, but also for professional understanding and networking opportunities in the future. So you might have a young investors club at a certain university, a young diplomats club at a certain college. There might be a poetry club or some other student group that is related to an academic department, or it may just be independent with people who have like minded interests. So if you can scout out and do your due diligence research into specific academic departments, many people in society know lots of details about their favorite singer, their favorite movie star, their favorite professional athlete, maybe even their favorite politician or public figure. Well, maybe it's time to create that same degree of scouting for the professors. So, in other words, if you are considering a specific college or university, and within that college you are considering a certain academic department, why not make some Quizlet cards or some flashcards, or even just create a document where you sort of copy and paste certain highlights from certain professors? In other words, imagine that you are a student at that college right now. If you were enrolling for the next semester, which courses would you want to take? Which professors would you say, I need to take this professor's course before I graduate? Or even outside of your major, for example, I'll give a personal story. I was very interested in developing my second language skills in Spanish. I did not really intend to be a Romance language and literature major. I didn't intend to have that as a major minor combination with another subject. I just wanted to keep studying Spanish, and I wanted to take Spanish all the way through to literature level. So I just made a point of establishing a priority that I was going to take certain elective courses that would lead me toward fluency and proficiency. And before I graduated, I did indeed take a literature based course, and it was very fulfilling and very satisfying. So you could scout out certain academic departments and also maybe certain elective fields that you would use to round out your educational experience, because part of your educational experience is about the pragmatic nature of becoming trained and skilled and building a foundation that can help you professionally in your future career prospects. But there's another related component of the enrichment of you as a human being, you as a learner. So as you do your research on specific colleges, please keep in mind, research the specific departments, the professors, the course offerings, and by extension, any related associations or groups or student organizations that might be related to fields of interest for you. So once again, please feel free to like this video and subscribe to our growing YouTube channel. We have more educational content to come. Thank you so much.